there, everybody out there in podcast land, and welcome to another Sports Podcast. I'm Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us, as always, is Phil Ranta, the sports outsider.
We're recording from a new location. I probably didn't need to say that.
No, you probably didn't, Phil. What the fuck? You'd have to be an idiot to bring something like that up.
I know. I feel like an idiot today because I'm a big, dumb idiot.
Yep.
Doesn't watch sports.
Yep. You didn't happen to catch any sports this week, did you, Phil?
No.
Despite, there's
I was
preseason
moving
football.
Comedy Podcast Network to this beautiful new studio.
Yes, the location is marvelous. I'm checking out the chandeliers.
I would say it's elegant.
We're wearing tuxedos. We've got champagne.
Yeah, we're recording in the ballroom right now, which I'd have to say is at least, I don't know, I'm thinking like a couple thousand square feet. Phil?
Yeah.
You could
well,
fit.
I actually split it in two, so I call it the Balls Room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little joke for you right there. The Balls Room.
All right, that started off the podcast.
Started off right. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so guys, what do we have on the docket?
Oh well, we're gonna. We have a college football preview.
Hey,
that's
This is gonna be great. Great. Joel, do you remember in college waking up Saturday mornings and just being excited about football?
Oh yeah.
And it'd be great. You'd take a power shower. You drink a silver bullet in the shower, maybe two.
Yeah, that's you could. I don't think I started drinking that early in college, but
Well, it's great. You were wrong to not drink that early in college.
I was mistaken.
But today it's going to be great because we have a college freshman that we're going to be
Oh.
interviewing to get a little perspective. Bring us back to that make us all feel a little younger.
An actual college freshman.
Yeah, just
Where did we find such a thing?
yeah, right?
We had to drug him and put him in my trunk.
Selected. Well, we're going to be communicating to him. And he is, I believe, via phone. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so he's calling in. All right.
Yeah, and selected at random. Totally anonymous.
We used our random student generator.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. But he's
20-sided die.
gonna bring us into the feel of campus on a fall Saturday.
Right. That
There we
sounds
go.
good. And I'm excited. College football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna and also we're gonna hit on something that you know a lot about, the Lance Armstrong
Yes,
thing.
we are going to touch on the Lance Armstrong. He has decided he is no longer going to contest the charges against him, which is not exactly admitting guilt, but that's how the USADA has decided to treat it.
Wait, that's what he said? He's like, I'm not going to argue.
No, yeah, he basically said he was sick of this and he's not going to contest the charges anymore.
He's been
All
fighting
right.
it for 5 years.
Then
Yeah.
he did it. Then he's guilty. We
It's
can
like seven, longer than that, really.
and at
since-
a great personal expense.
Yeah, and he still has never tested positive.
Well,
They
then
still-
he's
they still
guilty.
never-
Then
yeah,
case
but-
closed. He's guilty.
The court of public opinion is now out of session.
Yes.
But we're going to have a quick segment about, I'm going to say, who did win the Tour de France that year.
Oh.
This
yeah.
will be fun.
That'll be fun.
All right, and for the intro, I'd just like to bring up the blockbuster trade
Yes.
that happened
Ooh.
in Major League Baseball, Phil.
Hollywood Video bought out Blockbuster. Is that the-
Yes, years ago.
Oh, okay.
But this is a blockbuster deal between the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Hey, go Dodgers.
By
Yeah.
some
Dodger
definitions,
dog.
the biggest trade in the history of baseball.
I would agree. with that.
$260 million.
That's
is
not
owed,
true.
Owed to the four players who Boston sent to the Dodgers.
$260 million?
$260 million.
Well, why don't they just put that towards the national debt so we can get some relief, huh?
That's really an insignificant portion of the national debt.
Oh, it's a significant portion. It's probably not in the double digits, but it's in the high single
debt's
digits.
like $11-12 trillion at this point.
Yeah.
This is like a fraction of 1%.
That's like 4%, right?
No, it's not. Phil.
It's not
Yeah.
4%.
Come on.
It's like 1/4 of $1 billion, and
Oh,
$1
so it's
billion
like
is
40%.
no.
It's like half.
Okay,
Dodgers get Adrian Gonzalez,
Yeah.
Josh Beckett, Nick Punto, and the corpse of Carl
Wait,
Crawford.
Nick Punto?
Nick
Yes.
Punto.
Isn't that a swear word in Spanish?
no?
like, hey, punto?
Is it?
no, you're thinking of puto.
Is that...
And
Oh,
that's,
okay.
That's like son of a whore, I think.
Ah.
Hey, puto, and I
we've all
think
been there.
puta's.
I bet he
puta's
was
whore.
called that a lot for his last name being so close. It'd be like if your last name was Fick or Shut.
There is actually a baseball player's last name is Fick.
Really?
Yeah, Robert.
What the
Fick.
Fick?
Was.
Yeah.
I think he's out of the game now, right?
Yeah, pretty sure he is.
All right.
But
In his Dodger debut, Adrian Gonzalez homered as
Yep.
a Dodger. Beckett debuted yesterday. He allowed 3 runs in 5 2/3 innings. And
not a particularly good start.
not a particularly
Shocking
good start.
from Josh Beckett.
Carl Crawford's body draped in the Red Sox flag is funeral train tour of Massachusetts and will lay in state in Tampa Bay for several days before reaching its final destination.
This would be
Anaheim.
Carl Crawford, who was recently called a Monday.
Oh, I
You
remember that
guys
story.
did a segment
yeah.
on it. Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe it was an "Is It Racist?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, what's more racist?
Yes, exactly.
Get the branding right or pay the price, Joel.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
Get the
You're
branding
being
right or
being
pay
a
the-
total Tuesday right now,
so-
Joel.
Hey,
Still early in the week.
How dare you say that to
Nope,
me?
you're a Tuesday.
How dare you, Phil?
You're a Tuesday. That means you're not as good as a
Hey,
Wednesday, but better than
Has
a
everyone
Monday.
heard that? He said it like 3 times.
Yep, you're
I-
a Tuesday.
I always associated Tuesday with tacos.
Ooh, for saying that, you're a Saturday.
Is Carl Crawford, his Red Sox tenure, I'm wondering, let's open the debate up. Do you think the Red Sox are going to retire Carl Crawford's number?
I think they yeah.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so. Well, he died while playing for the team, which is noble.
This is something. And he stole like 20 bases for the Red Sox during his tenure there. That's a lot.
I can't tell if this is sarcasm or
It's
real. I'm
total
confused.
sarcasm.
Okay.
Carl Crawford, we'll see how the rest of this deal goes, but he's basically somebody that they spent a lot of money on who was not good last year, and he's been injured all this year, and he's going to be injured for part of next year. Really, this was the Red Sox going, here, we'll give you one good player if you will take these 2 awful players off our hands.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like buying a house in 2007. When you're like, I'm going to spend this money on this house. And then you're like, the housing market, oh.
No, I feel like it's actually it's after that.
Oh.
And the thing is, they have these 2 houses where they're underwater on the mortgage, like bad.
yeah.
And they have this one house where it's kind of an expensive house. They're maybe not underwater on it, but they're not necessarily think it's as great a deal as when they first bought it.
Yeah.
So they're like, here, if you'll take all 3 of these houses together.
One of the houses has been condemned by the city.
Yes. One of the houses is,
The estate of Carl Crawford is due over $100 million.
Exactly.
Go.
And Josh Beckett is a fried chicken eating, beer swilling, just jackass at this point.
Okay.
So
He's
it's-
white, right?
He is. Yeah.
Okay, phew. You were making me real nervous there, Joel. I thought you were going on a racist rant. I didn't know whether or not to smack you
No,
across
it's
the
not
table.
like I called him a Monday.
Hey, watch it.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, easy with
Yeah,
the
Whoa.
you're
days
being
of the
total Monday at 5:30 a.m. right now.
Yeah.
week. All right, Des Bryant, Cowboys wide receiver. The law has been laid down for him. They got some new rules for him. Now, Jerry Jones, immediately as the media leaked or found out about these rules, Jerry Jones said, I'm not answering questions about these rules. There's no rules.
Okay.
Which is totally not like Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Jerry Jones usually more than willing to stick his foot in his mouth.
Midnight curfew, unless team officials are notified in advance.
Okay, well that's a little harsh but reasonable.
No consuming alcohol.
Just like
At all?
Total ban.
They make him a Mormon?
No visiting strip clubs.
Definitely a Mormon.
Yeah, that's
And a rotating 3-man security detail whose duties include driving Dez to and from team functions.
rotating.
I kind of
3-man
want a
security
3-man
detail.
security detail.
I know. It's like,
that sounds
I
great.
wish I could be the type of fuck up that would get like my boss to be like, you know what, Jordan, you're really not doing a good job here. Tell you what, we're going to have someone pick you up and drive you to work. And at the end of the day, drive you home from work.
How dare you do that to the team? Get in the limo.
Yeah, you'd have to
Okay.
be an extraordinarily talented fuck up.
Exactly. You'd have to be someone who a huge investment has been made in.
Yeah. Like if Barack Obama suddenly became a strip club frequenting. Well, see, no, there's not
I was
nearly
going
as
to
much
say,
money
we
invested
have
in Barack Obama.
we have an investment in Barack Obama, and thus he travels by a sweet plane.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's true.
He's got a security detail.
That's true.
Yeah.
Way more than 3-man. Maybe he is that kind of fuck up. We'll just never know because he always has a security
so
detail.
Barack Obama was a pretty terrible example.
Yeah.
Let's think.
Maybe basically the worst,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Example.
I'm trying.
Let's
to think
say
of, like, the
Stephen
corporate-
Hawking.
Stephen.
Let's say Stephen Hawking
Let's say-
frequented strip clubs, and he had to have 3 very, very capable.
Stephen Hawking, total party guy, drinking
yeah.
all the time.
Sit on my face.
All the
Sit
time.
on my face.
Yeah, so I think it's like that because at the same time you can't just go, well, you're a fuck up, Stephen Hawking. You're fired. You have to be like,
We need Stephen
we
Hawking.
do need
Yeah.
Stephen
Or
Hawking.
else time
here.
ceases to exist, right?
Yes.
and parts of space.
Right.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the parts that matter.
There's a pun, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to
All
be a
parts
pun,
that
but it was
matter.
a terrible one.
Oh, okay.
All right,
All
real
right.
quick, I have other stipulations in Des Bryant's contract.
Oh,
These
okay,
are
let's
other
hear those.
rules.
All
Those
right.
weren't all the rules.
All right.
There's more rules. No soda after 7 p.m.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
that's the
well, that'll
worst.
keep you up.
Oh,
Sugar,
Mom.
caffeine.
No AMC. Walking Dead gives Dez night terrors.
Oh, come on!
Oh, I should have also noted before earlier this offseason, Dez Bryant had some family violence charges against him. He assaulted his mom.
He assaulted his mom.
Rule number 3: no punching your mom.
That should be a rule for everybody. That just shouldn't be for him.
Well,
that kind of is a rule for everyone.
Well, I guess so.
Unless you're
according to the
precious, you don't
police.
punch your mom.
Yeah.
chocolate is a weekend treat.
Oh, that's the worst.
Come on,
No
Dad.
reading Mad Magazine or any other subversive material.
Oh, God.
Jeez. What about crack?
No loitering.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
No,
Technically,
what good comes
sleeping
of
is
that?
a form of loitering. Just hanging out in one place for a long time.
No more than 9 singles on hand at any time.
Oh.
You can have change for a 10, but no more.
What if you want to play liar's poker?
Well, no.
Damn. Damn.
Seriously, don't punch your mom. If you ride a bike, wear your helmet.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
what-
roll.
yeah.
It's a good roll.
And if Chris Hansen is in her living room, get the hell out of there.
Same if Jim Henson's in your living room, because it's a ghost.
Okay, guys. So as you know, the U.S. ADA, the United States Anti-Doping Agency, has gone on a rather lengthy witch hunt. They have dragged up old teammates of Lance Armstrong's who were basically forced to testify that Lance doped, and in doing so, they have stripped him of his 7 Tour de France titles.
And the people testifying also doped, right? Is that part of it?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was basically for them to continue. I mean,
So
they had something
admitted
hold
it,
over
and
their-
Lance won't.
Yeah, Lance still won't. Several of them did. I don't know if everyone did. I know the big thing here is I think George Hincapie, who was Lance's best friend and longtime teammate, is the last guy that they got to cave. Now, granted, the US ADA does not actually have the authority to strip him of his titles.
I was going to say, what is their jurisdiction? Because isn't like the United Cycling International?
Yes, the UCI. Yes. So basically, they just declared this, and now it's going to go to the UCI, and the UCI is going to make their own decision, and they might have to go to the International Sports Court of Arbitration.
Nice.
That's where Oscar Pistorius, the apartheid apparatus, that's where he
Yes,
took
exactly.
his claim.
That is, by the way, an awesome name, the apartheid apparatus. Whether or not it's in any way, shape,
Is he
or
a
form
robot?
Huh?
Because apparatus implies that he's a robot.
Well, he had the blade feet, but because
Oh.
of
You
that,
got a bit on this. You
I
debated
didn't
Joel
know
on
that
this,
was
Bill.
his. Yeah, I didn't know that was one of his nicknames.
yeah. But so I mean, I for one am a little pissed about this because who's gonna get the titles for the Tour de France now?
Me.
These 7.
Can I get it?
Well, no, you didn't actually compete in it.
Well,
Phil.
it's
I just
easy,
want-
Joel. You probably you go to, like, for instance, like 2000, 2001, 2003, Jan Ulrich, German. He finished second in those. So give
Yeah.
the title to him.
Well, you might say that, but he was one of the cyclists who was implicated as part of Operación Puerto. It was a major drug sting by the Spanish authorities where they took down a Spanish doctor, Eufernio Fuentes, who basically was distributing all sorts of materials for people to dope with to almost everyone who cycles.
Wait, how do you know all of this?
Well, this was all. It's on Wikipedia. It's been since
America's
published,
news
yeah.
source.
This happened in like 2006, 2007. Ulrich was basically buying 35,000 euros a year worth of doping supplies.
Wow.
So if you're gonna crucify Lance in the way that they have without even failing a test, I mean, this is much more concrete evidence than they ever had for Lance.
Okay.
So Jan Ulrich's off the list. Who do you think then?
Hey, you know what? You know who I think? I'm pulling up Wikipedia here. What about Marco Pantani? He's an Italian.
Oh yeah, and he won in '98.
Yeah.
and then he was a major competitor. He didn't wind up finishing high, but he was up there. Also implicated in the Operación Puerto. Ultimately killed himself because of doping allegations. Failed a drug test in 1999 for a high hematocrit reading, which is a sign that he was pulling his own blood out and then re-injecting it.
Jesus.
Yeah, and in a 2001 police raid in Italy,
Not all of it
syringes.
at once, though.
No, these things happened over the course of his career. But yeah,
Oh,
so
jeez.
Because you can't take out all your
Right,
blood
that's
at
what
once.
I imagined. I
You'd be
imagined he was
like-
just like
yeah.
a raisin, and then they pump him into
no,
a
what
grape
they
again.
do, they pull like a couple of pints out, they put it in a centrifuge, so they separate the plasma, and then they re-inject just the red blood cells to boost your red blood cell count.
Wait a
Oh,
sec-
I
wait a
bet you
second,
get the best erections if you do that.
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
But so
You
Pantani,
get a body erection.
Pantani's out.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, another German. He finished second in 2004, 2006. Andres Kloden.
Yeah. illegal blood transfusions at the Friedberg University Clinic during the 2006 tour.
What about Joseba Baloki? He's third in 2000, 2001, second 2002.
Oh, yep. Also implicated in Operación Puerto.
Okay, Lance's first win. The second place guy in 99, Alex Azul. He's a Swiss.
Yeah. He was a member of the Festina team that was part of the notorious Festina affair in 1998 when authorities discovered a massive doping conspiracy on the team that was widespread and also sort of implicated most of the other teams in cycling. They almost didn't finish the tour that year because a lot of people were going to quit.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
Christophe Moreau.
Oh, yeah, the Frenchman.
Yes.
Finished in the top 12.
Did you guess that from his name?
Fourth in 2000, yeah. Also implicated in the Festina affair. So,
What about Andres Kilev? He's Kazakic.
Kivilev, yeah, he's a Kazakh. Yeah.
Right.
Retroactively declared the tour winner in 2004 because he finished fourth. He was also on Team Festina in 1998.
Okay, here's one you can't deny.
Yeah.
Igor Gonzalez de Galdeno.
Oh, Igor Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Fifth place in 2002. He was banned from the 2003 Tour de France after the French authorities caught him using the asthma drug salbutamol.
Wait, does he have asthma?
I was going to say.
Does not have asthma.
Oh, no.
Who would want to look like a square with an inhaler
right,
if you don't have asthma?
Ride the Tour de France.
Okay, well, what about Tyler Hamilton, fourth in 2003? He's an American.
Yep. He's one of the people who testified against Lance. He also has since admitted that he doped, and he's been stripped of his gold medal from
All right.
2004.
What about Ivan Basso?
Ivan Basso, Operation Puerto.
Francisco Mosabo.
Operation Puerto.
What about Queen? They sang the song Bicycle Race.
You know, I think at this point there's as much reason to give Queen Lance's stripped Tour de France titles as there are any of the people actually riding in the Tour de France.
But wait a second. Freddie Mercury's dead.
Yeah.
He's a ghost.
That is correct. So probably not him either.
Only if he appears to us.
So I guess it raises the eternal question that maybe only a person like Freddie Mercury can answer. Who did win the Tour de France between 1999 and 2005?
Do you know who I think won
I
the
don't
Tour
know.
de France?
Who?
America. USA.
USA! 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 USA!
All right, I'm excited for this interview, Joel.
I am excited for this interview, too.
I'm excited for college football.
I am fucking thrilled for college football.
And I miss the days of being in college.
Yeah.
For college football.
If someone were in this country from out of they wanted the true Americana experience, I can think of nothing that is more quintessentially American than Saturday game day in a college town. Walk into the stadium, the atmosphere, the tailgaters.
Oh, it's just
Boom.
you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So
Yeah.
today we have experiencing for the first time. So I feel like this will be a reminder of how great it can be. The optimism,
Absolutely.
the hope springs eternal. We have a randomly selected, anonymous, so we don't get him in trouble.
Yep.
College
Don't get him or his
freshman.
school in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, am I on the air?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
it's Randy Peterson. I'm Phil Ranta's cousin.
Randy, why did you we
Yeah,
specifically
go Trojans!
No, that's-
USC!
okay.
USC!
All right.
USC! Yeah, Los Angeles!
All right. Well,
Those were the three specific pieces of information that we asked you not to bring.
Ha!
You wanted- we
Randy
asked you to speak
Peterson
about-
rules!
Yeah.
well, we were okay. Well, you know, you've just moved into college. You've probably been soaking up in welcome week.
Woo!
What's it been like? What's the college experience on campus leading up to the first game day?
Oh, man, the first game day is the lead-up's been awesome, all right?
Yeah?
Lead-up's been great. All right, I went out to a party on Friday. I got so drunk, and then the cops came to the door, and we all ran out the back door.
Yeah.
Randy, yeah, your cousin and some of your family is probably listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
You might want to keep the.
It was a Cowboys and Indians party.
That
And
sounds
the girls were
horrifically-
dressed as sexy Pocahontases, and then I stabbed them with my bow and arrow. Woo!
I was gonna say that sounds racist, but now I'm thinking I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Randy, are you drunk right now?
Woo!
Okay, all right.
Hey, guys, you know what my favorite part of the game day is?
What?
All right, so I was excited that football season was coming, all right?
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it all through high school, and then I found out that on game days, it's totally cool if you wake up and eat a slice of pizza that you had left over from the night before.
Yeah,
That is pretty cool.
I do definitely remember
Yeah.
that.
Leftover pizza the next night.
You better believe.
But did you listen to the fight song while you're eating the pizza? Did you grab a beer? Did you?
Oh, I grabbed a beer.
Yeah.
I traded my ticket for a bunch of beer.
You did what?
Yeah, I had a season ticket, and someone's like, "Hey, you
How
can have
much
24
beer?
packs of. You can have 24 pack of beer."
That ticket's
And I
probably
went,
worth at least like
"Woo!"
$100.
Don't you want to go to the
Yeah.
game and enjoy the football game, the whole atmosphere down at the
I am.
Coliseum?
I'm enjoying the football game. I'm gonna get so drunk in the morning, nap during the game, then go party all night.
I hate to even ask you this,
Randy Peterson, USC.
I hate to even ask you
Phil
this, Randy,
Ranta's
but
cousin.
Yeah, you are Phil Ranta's cousin. You wouldn't happen to know, who the star quarterback for USC is this year?
It's USC alumni.
No, it's not. Well, we got both a Ranta relative and a Trojan fan.
Yeah,
We're not gonna
UCLA
preview college
sucks.
football.
Bruins suck.
Okay, that's
That's-
that's
yeah, okay,
actually
that's-
some
that's
rivalry
close.
trash talk.
Yeah.
I can get behind
Because
that.
I tried to sleep with a girl with a UCLA shirt the other night, and she said no. Boo Bruins.
Yeah.
That wasn't solely the decision.
Bruins.
You hate the Bruins because of the rival, right? The
Yeah,
cross-
blue's a dumb color. I hate blue. Randy Peterson. Phil Ranta's cousin.
You keep saying those things, even though we specifically asked you not
We
to.
were trying to keep you anonymous.
USC Trojans.
Okay.
Hey, I'm having a huge party tonight. You guys want to come?
I'd feel a little conflicted about
It
that.
is, it's a school night, Randy.
School night? Oh, God, class started 2 weeks ago.
Oh no!
Oh, man, oh, no.
You been to any classes, Randy?
I didn't buy books. I didn't
okay.
get, oh, no. Man.
Phil's not going to be happy about this.
You're just realizing this
my
now.
Aunt Melanie, Phil Ranta's mom's going to be pissed. She had so much faith in me.
Yeah, Melanie did mention that to me.
Oh, USC. Randy Peterson.
Hey, no,
Phil
Randy.
Ranta's cousin.
Randy, God, stop repeating those three
God.
things. Would you please?
I think you're being a little hard on yourself.
Yeah. A lot of people miss some classes. Not many people all of the first 2 weeks of classes, but some. I didn't go to every class in college.
That's not why I'm ashamed of myself.
Why are you ashamed of yourself?
Because I pooped myself 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
And now it's time for another Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you got?
I was about to say this is our first Weird Sports back, and I forgot that I missed last week.
Yeah,
so
we did a
it's
Weird Sports last
you-
week.
my first
the
Weird
world does
Sports
not
back.
rotate around you.
I'd like to apologize to the loyal listeners for the excellent show that you got.
Yeah,
during
it
my
was a really
absence.
good show. Without you, Joel, this week's Weird Sport. Yeehaw! Redneck Games.
Is the yeehaw part of what it's
Nope,
called?
it's just
okay,
called
it's just
Redneck Games.
Redneck Games. You threw the yeehaw in for a fact.
I threw that in for a fact, y'all.
Thanks, Phil.
Are we
Redneck
gonna do
Games.
this whole thing in drawl then? What's in the Redneck
Not
Games?
after hearing yours, Jesus.
My
Yeah.
drawl's pretty good.
All right, you can,
What are the redneck games?
The Redneck Games are held in East Dublin, Georgia, annually. I assume they mean Georgia, the country.
No.
Yes,
No.
probably.
No.
No?
No. Georgia the state.
Oh,
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
guys? Well, where's there more rednecks, in the country of Georgia or in the state of Georgia?
You know
I
what?
have to do an
That's
informal poll.
apples to oranges. I think.
Right, exactly.
Actually,
Like-
I'm sure there are rednecks in the country of Georgia. They would just be completely different from what we understand rednecks
Oh,
to
sure.
be.
Yeah, that's true. But they're held in East Dublin, Georgia. The games were started by the general manager for WQZY-FM, Y96.
Started
Oh,
by
they
the-
play all the hits on Y96.
they do play all the
hits on Y96. Mac Davis was the man.
Oh, and it's Mac Davis in the morning
Yeah, Mac Davis in the morning on Y96.
with his hilarious yet pointed opinions.
The best rock mix on Y96. This is Mac Davis in the morning. He did it in response to a comment made by the media.
Oh, the media.
Yeah.
I hate the media.
Well, they said, and the media said that when the 1996 Olympic Games went to Atlanta, it would be held by a group of rednecks. So this guy, to prove to them that it wouldn't be held by a group of rednecks, started the Redneck Games.
He got all the rednecks who were going to be involved in the Olympics and said, guys,
Sure.
come over here. We're
Guys,
going to show them.
We're going to show them by doing exactly what they said.
But no, I mean, I think
He got him out of the Olympics.
This way you could compare it to the Atlanta Olympics, and people
Yeah.
would go, oh, well, clearly the Redneck Games would be very different.
Right. He was doing it to reinforce a stereotype to make a point.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that all the time.
But here's the scary part of this. So that happened in 96. In 2001, Drew Scott of Wild Country 96.5 borrowed the games to set up a fundraising event for the Franklin County, New York Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Wait, isn't 96.5 a major competitor of
Oh,
WY?
Y96. Yeah, they're both in the
96?
96 part of the band.
Oh,
but this one's New
man.
York. The other one's Georgia. They just fight
What?
long
Well,
distance.
New York's a bunch of Yankees.
Yeah, not
what
a lot
are they
of
doing
rednecks.
having redneck games?
Yeah.
Well, it was for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So,
I wish I could see a bunch of my countrymen making fools of themselves.
Joel, you're not dying, so you don't get your wish.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
Okay.
That's not what my wish would be anyway.
Good. Good. Ask for a boat. They're way more fun.
Why? If I'm dying, I wouldn't want a boat.
Why?
wouldn't you want a boat?
Because I wouldn't have time to enjoy it because I'm dying.
Yeah, but you can enjoy it while you're alive. You can take it with you.
I imagine I could rent a boat. If I'm going to make a wish, I'm going big, folks.
Moon?
I don't know. I'm going to try and meet Keira Knightley.
That's not big.
That's
But it gives me at least a shot of having sex with
boat
her.
date with
Yeah,
Keira
but
Knightley.
she's a
Boom.
surfboard. Each year, these games have increased in size of the event. Crowds and monies made from the Make-A-Wish Foundation has now become yearly. In 2010, marking the 9th year of the annual Redneck Games in New York, the
Wait,
entertainment...
they're held in New York now?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, no,
I
just
question the veracity of
96.5
these
guys.
redneck games.
Yeah.
How redneck? What do they do? What are the games?
Well, the entertainment in 2010, I just like this. The entertainment was Cletus T. Judd.
Of the famous...
I don't know, but I
Judd
just thought it was
family.
the most rednecky name for like the entertainment that year was Cletus T.
Do
Judd.
they-
I feel
they
like
not-
that's a
do
New
they not
York-based comedian
specify-
who deals in
yeah.
stereotypes.
That
Do they
might
not
be.
specify what kind of entertainment
No, they
Cletus
just
T.
said the
Judd was
entertainment.
providing? Or
I
did they
didn't
just
search
go,
it.
this guy's name is Cletus T. Judd?
He
Good
shows
luck
up, he puts a
finding-
pot in his head,
Yeah.
runs around.
Yeah, so
Wearing
you're describing
overalls and
Larry the
nothing
Cable
else?
Guy.
Yeah.
You've just summed up Larry the Cable Guy.
Yep.
Just another character of his. All right, are you ready to hear the competitions?
Let's hear it.
All right, competition number 1, the cigarette flip. The cigarette flip.
Not a flick.
I assume it's probably a flick and they call it a flip.
But are we going for distance here?
I assume so. They didn't give a description or pictures.
That's interesting.
Yeah, cigarette flip. Number 2, bobbing for pig's trotters. Pig's trotters? Feet.
Pig's feet.
Ooh.
Bobbing for pig's feet.
Ooh.
Probably in a big briny thing of water.
I was about to say,
Eyes
you
are all
bob
stinging.
for apples, and at least it's just water. I don't know if I want to stick my face in a bunch of
Presumably
pickling juice.
vinegar.
Yeah, that's going to hurt your eyes. Number 3, the ultimate in rednecky, I think, seed spitting.
I get behind that.
Yeah.
I might even be able to compete in that one.
Yeah, I'd
Okay,
like
when
to
it comes
see you
seed
try.
spitting.
There was a
Well, you
time
are
and
a little bit
place.
of a redneck,
Oh
Joel.
wait, are we talking watermelon or are we talking talking sunflower?
I would hope sunflower.
Yeah, for obvious reasons, Joel.
What?
What?
All right, number 4, toilet seat throwing. That old redneck competition.
Oh, the old domestic
Oh, it's
violence favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like horseshoes but with toilet seats.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Toilet seat throwing.
I think I actually saw a piece of this in the Travel Channel once.
There we go.
Yeah.
Then you probably saw a piece of this mud pit belly flop. Belly flop competition, not a pool, mud pit. Rednecks love mud.
How's it judged?
Probably by people hooting and hollering, dancing around, kissing their cousins.
This sounds just like rhythmic gymnastics. All
Yeah.
of these other sports I'm behind. This one doesn't seem to be a real sport
this
to me.
one will sway you. Big hair contest.
Oh, like it.
That's a sport right there.
Yeah, I'm not a sport, but I'm still
Gotta
on
grow
board.
it out, make it big. You'll like this one too. The wet T-shirt contest.
What?
Yep.
They
Wet.
actually have a wet. Is there a men's and women's wet T-shirt
I
contest?
assume that they do it because there's going to be one fat guy and everybody hoots
Yeah.
and hollers when he gets it all wet.
Okay.
Yeah. Armpit serenade.
Oh,
Make a little
okay.
farty noises with the armpit there.
that one's sponsored by Nickelodeon.
Right,
Actually,
right,
and so far, if I were to show up for one event at the Redneck Games, I think I would want to hear the armpit serenade.
Yeah, I would be interested in that one.
Sounds impressive.
Bug zapping by spitball.
You fire like a spitball and you have to hit a bug?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That
fucking
sounds
rad.
fucking
Yeah.
incredible.
I hope
I
it's
take
like-
back what I
It's
said
like
about the
Mr.
other one.
Miyagi right
Do they
there.
allow dip? Like, can you have a pinch between
Oh,
your
I'm
cheek
sure
and
they
gum
encourage
to,
Yeah.
get the bug?
They gotta, right? I'm
That's
sure
impressive.
they encourage it.
That is impressive.
Dumpster diving.
Is that just jumping in, or do you have to find
I
specific
assume you
stuff?
gotta find stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot like Super Sloppy Double Dare.
Right. Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dumpster diving to me says more homeless than it does redneck.
Well, I dumpster dove when I was little and I was a redneck, so fuck you, Joel.
Dumpsters are generally in like cities though.
And finally, hubcap hurling.
Ooh, that's the one where you eat the hubcap and then whoever throws it up.
Yeah, exactly. For each of the events, a trophy is awarded, and the trophy is a half-crushed, empty mounted beer can.
Oh,
That's kind of
that's
cool.
nice.
That's pretty
yeah.
sweet, yeah. Yeah. But get this. This is my favorite part. A little addendum to things. There's now a Canadian version.
Ooh, actually, I'll bet you the Canadian version is really awesome.
Oh, we
The
know
Hoser games?
most Canadians are rednecks. They just happen to live in the North, not the South.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
it depends on
it's
how
its
you
own
define
brand.
redneck.
It's its
right.
own brand, yes.
Like the Saskatchewan people are definitely rednecky. They have rednecky elements to them. They
Yeah.
just, you
Well,
know.
if you define redneck as being someone living in the remote, rural
Yeah.
area, then
who rock it on a rocking chair on the porch and spit all day.
then definitely most of Canada.
Yeah, totally.
In parkas on the rocking chair on the porch.
It's just colder.
But the Canadian Redneck Games take place in Minto, Ontario, started in 2006. Events include the Mud Pit Slip and Slide, Bobbin for Pig's Feet, Mud Pit Tug of War, Mud Pit Belly Flop Contest, Redneck Horseshoes, Hubcap Hurl, and Mud Pit Volleyball.
A lot of
Little
mud
more
pit.
mud pit base.
Canadians love the mud.
I do like. I was the only event that was completely similar between the two. The pig's feet bobbing.
No, they love pig's feet for rednecks.
Yep.
If there were one that I was going to eliminate, it would be pig's feet, and yet that's the one they kept.
They kept it. All right, that comes to an
Interesting.
end. Another Weird Sports.
All right, folks, that brings us to the end of another sports
Sports.
podcast. But before we go, we'd like to give you our contact information.
You can email us at sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter by searching sports 3 podcast. That's at sports 3 podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching sports podcast, the little top bar thing. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Download the Stitcher app today at stitcher.com and search for sports podcast. Or you can find us on iTunes by searching sports 3 space podcast. That's sports 3 space podcast. Or find us all of our episodes on comedypodcastnetwork.com. Pretty impressive, huh, guys?
Yeah, that was.
You're getting better and better at
I'm
that.
getting so good, y'all.
You're a pro.
One of these days, you'll be able to do it, and we won't have to speed up the tape so you say it fast.
It's about time.
Yeah. Or you'll be able to, read it without having to use the other piece of paper to block the lines under it.
Sure.
Yeah. Lights off.
For more funny stuff for your eyes and ears, go to comedypodcastnetwork.com.